I came to the profession a little bit by accident. I was studying art history in Frankfurt, and I had a subject about the history of landscape architecture, and then I got fascinated with it and changed profession. I am deeply rooted in the city. For me, public space is merely urban and has to work as a catalyst of social issues. This is for me the main aspect of public space. So that I would do everything to create spaces where people can encounter each other and where different races, different social classes, different ethnic groups, whatever, have the chance to be together and sharing a space, because these kind of experiences create trust and more tolerance towards each other, as I believe. We are capable of using very different strategies to work. So we can be immensely funny, we can be incredibly serious, we can be process orientated, we can be final product orientated, we are even working now, we are doing our first building right now, so we are going even into architecture. So also typology wise, we are not kind of bounded to a typology. You know, many colleagues do just ecological projects, or they do just I don't know, whatever. But whatever we've been doing, we do it, let's say, even when we play, and that's maybe also special, we do it very seriously, you know. I mean, I don't like this kind of weak playfulness things, but if you go for playing, you have to be more serious than if you go for the serious, you know. So it doesn't create this kind of, many people misunderstand it or copy it in a wrong way, so you need to be very intense. For me, it's important that cities, places have a character. And often, since the development of the profession has been a lot influenced by the modern movement, and the modern movement was about creating order, was separating traffic, pedestrian from cars, production from living, so the cities were starting to get secluded and separated into different functions. But this is very anti-urban and even a little bit fascistic, I would say, like having everything separated. And we found out that this is wrong. So I think our responsibility as planners today is often, instead of creating orders, to create disorder and dysfunctionality instead of creating functionality. Often character is a conflict that you were capable to dominate. And I think for places it's similar. If you manage to not solve the problem and dissolve with the problem the personality of the place, the character of the place, but if you change just the way you see or this conflict could be seen, then you have a big source of energy to create something new out of that. It's just using what you find as well. And then obviously Superkeen being a very conflictive area, we had to deal with a lot of conflicts. And one of the most famous objects is the box ring that in the end shows this kind of, so boxing is a sport. So if you box on bare ground, it's a crime. If you box in a box ring, it becomes sport. So sometimes it's a small shift that can create a different attitude. And this neighborhood, is an aggressive neighborhood. So you have to deal with the issue that there is aggression. So you can't just make the park look like a peaceful, beautiful green park, wherever. I think that and as much as this aggression is a problem, I think that the source for solving this problem will come from the same energy. So that it's about canalizing these energies that you find in places. And we were turning 20 years old and we wanted to do something special for that occasion. I had the impression that a very important issue for us, and it got more and more important, was collaboration. Collaboration with our people in the office, a collaboration with architects, with artists, whatever, or with photographers, so that I thought it would be actually nice to not show our work, but to show actually the work of the people that we collaborate with. So I asked let's say 10 of these people that happen to be important to me, and asked them to provide us one piece of their choice for our exhibition. And so the idea is that we create a kind of sphere, if you want, around us, like a frame around us, showing what kind of people we work with, shows also what we also are, without showing us somehow. So, and because it happens also in our space, in our office, our contribution is our place, so that we are also present. It's not that we are not there. The exhibition is going to move to Munich and to Bordeaux and to other places, but then the concept will slightly change. We will still have work of the people we work with. We will, depending on the city, get also other people we work with that maybe are related with the city, and we are going to add also objects done by us. I mean, this is also something that is playful, but that I also love when the typologies start to be questionable. No, what is public, what is private. The place where the exhibition is in our office, our meeting space, where is my office actually. So we had a meeting with clients, and then we had 3 people visiting the exhibition in the same time, and we were discussing rather unpleasant things, to tell you the truth. So, but in the end, it was so interesting to have this. I mean, this is for me these places of encounters, and there are big shifts happening in the last time between the public and the private, because of communication, of new techniques, of the internet, etc. We have more and more shifts of these two. So, and I like the idea that we also experiment actually with our own space, these kind of shifts as well, and see how can we cultivate this kind of conflicts also in our space. So it's an interesting experiment for us.